Hello everyone, and welcome to this information session for prospective students from Sub-Saharan Africa. My name's Catherine and I'm from the International Office here at Manchester Metropolitan University. So today's presentation will cover a number of different aspects. We'll look through what your next steps are now that you're an offer holder. We'll provide guidance for you on what to prepare for your visa application. We'll have information from our finance team, including how to make payments to the university and how to set up your payment plan. We'll have a look through where you can find any further support you might need and how you can connect with the university and other students. And finally, we'll have some frequently asked questions, which hopefully will address any queries that you might have. So let's start off by looking at your journey to joining us here at Manchester Met. So here's a rundown of the steps that you will need to complete before joining us on your course. And today I'm going to focus on these three that you see highlighted here, but it's recommended that you complete all of the steps as soon as you can to give yourself the best chance of securing your place on the course and getting to the UK in time to begin your studies. So the first main step is to accept your offer. Congratulations on your offer to study with us. To confirm your place with us, you do need to formally accept your offer. And there's a number of ways in which you can do that. If you've applied using the online application portal, you can accept your offer through that. Or if you've applied for a course such as nursing and you've done so via UCAS, you can accept your offer via the UCAS hub. Alternatively, if you've applied using one of our education agents, you can just let them know that you'd like to accept your offer for Manchester Met, and they will let us know on your behalf. So congratulations on being made an offer to join us here at Manchester Met. If your offer is conditional, you'll need to meet any outstanding conditions that are listed in your offer letter. And you can do that in a number of ways. If you've applied using the online application portal, you can upload any outstanding documents to us, or you can submit them via your education agent. If you've applied through UCAS for something like nursing, you can email your documents to the admissions team, and you can find the admissions team via this link just here. Once you have met all your requirements, your offer will then be made unconditional. Do remember, as I said earlier, you do need to accept your offer. So once your offer is unconditional firm, you can then go to the next step and request your CAS.
Hi everyone. First of all, I want to say congratulations on your offer and that we very much look forward to welcoming you at Manchester Met. My name's Joanna and I'm a Senior International Compliance Officer on the Pre-Enrolment Visa Compliance team. My team are responsible for making sure that you get your CAS to allow you to apply for your visa and to ensure that you have the correct immigration permission to enrol on your course once you arrive in the UK. I'm just going to go through a few slides that will hopefully address any uncertainty you have about the student visa process. So this slide shows the journey that you will take to becoming a student at Manchester Met. You will have all now received an offer from Manchester Met and will be working towards meeting your conditions, or you will have already met them by now. Once you have an unconditional firm offer, which is an unconditional offer that you've accepted, that's where my team come in, which is step 5, paying a deposit, and step 6, requesting a CAS. And we'll also be contacting you when you reach step 10, completing a right to study check. So I'm now going to move on to discussing these steps in a bit more detail. So paying your deposit and requesting your CAS. A confirmation of acceptance for study, or a CAS, is a unique reference number to support your student visa application. And all international applicants are required to pay a tuition fee deposit of £5,000 to secure their place, even if you don't require a CAS. And the deposit is then deducted from your total fees due. You will pay your deposit using the university's official payment system, Flywire, and details for how to do this will be on your offer letter. You can also visit the How and When to Pay section of our website for information on Flywire. Also, once you have accepted your unconditional offer, you will receive an email from Enrolling or CAS Shield, which will instruct you on how to make a CAS request. And the email address will be from mmu@cas-shield.com. And the deadline for the deposit payment and the CAS request will be communicated to all offer holders in advance. So in most cases, international full-time students who are studying for longer than 6 months will require a student visa. You need to receive your CAS from Manchester Met before applying for your visa. So it's important that you're aware of our deadlines, but also make sure you apply as early as you can, as visa issuing times can vary. You apply for your visa via the government website, which is www.gov.uk/student-visa. And although we'll support you and offer visa application checks, you will be responsible for submitting your own application. Please refer to our Your Visa, Your Responsibility document for important information on what we expect from you and what you can expect from us while you're enrolled at Manchester Met. The application fee for a student visa is £524 if you're applying from outside the UK, and you will also pay an immigration healthcare surcharge, which is £776 for every year of your visa. Please note that the UKVI may also ask you to attend an interview to check that you're a genuine student. So have a read of our credibility interview help sheet, which can be found on the international area of our website. And we also recommend against making any non-refundable travel plans until you have received your visa. So what if you don't need a student visa? I briefly mentioned previously the right to study process. This is where we ensure that you have the correct immigration permissions to study in the UK and is the last step before you enrol. So it isn't just student visa holders that can enrol with us, and you can pass a right to study check if you are in the UK with valid immigration permissions, such as being a dependent, having a British national overseas visa, being a skilled worker that is still sponsored, being an asylum claimant, and also being a visitor if your course is less than 6 months long. And also you won't need a CAS if you fall into any of these categories. The permissions listed are not the only immigration permission categories that allow you to study in the UK. So we recommend that you review your e-visa to check you have study permissions. A notable exception would include the graduate route, which does not allow you to study. If you've got any questions, please contact the immigration advice team at immigration@mmu.ac.uk. That's all from me. So thank you for taking the time to view this presentation, and we very much look forward to welcoming you at Manchester Met in the near future.
Hi everyone, we are excited to welcome you to Manchester Met Uni, but before you join us, we think you could benefit from a bit of information all about fees and finance. My name is Amma and I'm the Senior Collections and Recovery Coordinator in the Collections and Recovery team, and it's my team who you will engage with if you have any queries regarding paying for your tuition fees, setting up your instalment plan and processing a payment through Flywire, as well as many other fee-related questions or concerns that you might have throughout your time here at MMU. So these are the topics that we're going to discuss with you today. We'll explain who Flywire are and why we've partnered up with them. Some of you will already have paid for your CAS deposits, but some of you will still need to do this. So we'll explain a bit about how you can make your CAS deposits through Flywire, and I'll also outline the instalment plan options that are available. We'll go over some guidance on how to avoid falling victim of fraudulent schemes and what to do if you think that you've been scammed. We'll then give you a demo of the Flywire payment platform and show you how to make your payments. So who are Flywire? Flywire are one of the largest cross-border payers worldwide. Over the last year, they've processed around $18 billion in payments coming from 240 countries in over 140 different currencies, including the Naira. They're fully integrated into every part of the university, whether that's paying for your sports membership fees, topping up your print credits, or paying for your tuition or accommodation fees. Flywire processes all of these payments on our behalf. Most importantly, Flywire provides a safe, secure, and compliant payment environment that protects your money. We want your journey at Manchester Met to be about you having a great experience, so we've worked hard with Flywire to offer as many payment choices as possible to make it easy for you to engage with them. And for that reason, we do not provide university direct bank details. all payments must come directly through Flywire only. Some other things to mention are, as soon as your payment shows as guaranteed, we'll consider the payment as received. So whether it's for your CAS payment, accommodation, or tuition payment. Importantly, if you do need a refund of your payment for any reason, such as a refunded visa, then we can quickly pay this back through Flywire back into the bank account that you made the payment from initially. Flywire provides a number of ways for you to engage with them. They provide 24/7 multilingual support, so if you're in the middle of a payment and are struggling, they can provide an ongoing chat function that allows you to engage with them at any time of day. So in summary, Flywire are a very important part of the university experience. Most critically, they offer the highest level of security for you and the university. They offer a range of choices, and if your money is already in the UK, they also provide a number of different sterling payment options too. Now let's talk about paying your tuition fee deposit. Some of you might have already paid your £5,000 deposits, but if not, you will be provided with the details on how to make this prior to your enrolment. For those of you paying from Nigeria, we know that you can make the payment through both the parallel market and Form A. The CBN exchange rate is set by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Flywire cannot change the exchange rate as it's set by the bank, so it will always be the same. Alternatively, you can pay through the parallel market, which is likely to reach MMU within 3 days. There is a £20 transaction charge when paying this way, which will enable you to track the payments through the Flywire system so you can see exactly where it is at any given moment. Many students are now paying via the parallel market because the rates are almost identical and have remained comparable as of recently. Both methods can be paid and need to be paid through Flywire. The QR code shown on the screen here is the link to pay, and this is also provided in your offer letter, which you'll need to use to pay for your fees and your deposits. We believe in providing the choice of paying via the Form A or the parallel market, because then you can make an informed decision which is most suited to your circumstances. Once you've paid your deposit, you'll then join the university and you'll need to let us know how you're going to be paying for the rest of your tuition fees. You may pay for your fees in full in one go or via the instalments shown on the screen here. If you don't want to pay for your fees in full, Flywire also has the ability for you to be able to pay for your fees in more than the 2 instalments shown here. So you can also pay in as many instalments as you like in any frequency. That includes daily, weekly, or monthly, as long as the payments are with us by the instalment dates shown on the screen here. We will show you later on how you can make the payments through a demo in the presentation. For the example shown at the bottom of the slide here, this student has a total fee of £22,500. They've paid the £5,000 deposit and have a £5,000 postgraduate business scholarship deducted as well. That then leaves £12,500 remaining. This is split into the 2 instalments of £6,250 each, which you'll need to make on or before the dates shown at the top of the slide there in red. It's imperative that you have enough money in your bank accounts to pay for your fees throughout your studies, regardless of any fluctuations in your chosen currency and any banking delays or limits, as no additional extensions will be offered past the given instalment date shown at the top in red. MMU can't be liable for any fluctuations in currency or banking delays or limits, so please be mindful of this in order to avoid any consequences of late or non-payment of fees. So this now brings us on to what will happen if you don't pay for your tuition fees on time. Although we know most of you will pay for your fees on time, we do need to outline the consequences of any late or non-payment of fees. If you're not able to make your payment on the dates shown on the previous slide, then there may be some impacts to your studies through restrictions being applied and various other sanctions. Any restrictions or sanctions we apply as a result of late or non-payment of fees will come with a prior warning to allow you additional time to complete the payment or contact us if you are unable to pay. These sanctions will include restrictions to the university access, such as attending lectures, handing in assignments, and library visits. And then following this, further non-payment could then lead to suspension of studies and a later withdrawal and reversal of your student visas if you're here on a student visa, which we absolutely try to avoid going down these routes whatsoever. If you're here on a student visa, you're also confirming that you have the funds to pay for not only your £5,000 deposit, but also the remainder of your full fees upon arrival. Therefore, the university has a strict policy for this, which is linked to ensuring that you maintain your student visa requirements if they apply to you. This can, however, all be avoided if you ensure that payments are initiated before time. And again, this part of the presentation is just mainly for us to highlight the risks that come with late or non-payment of fees, which we all know that you'll try your best to avoid. Now moving on to a slightly lighter topic, a quick fact sheet on some key dates. All January starting students will need to pay a £5,000 tuition fee deposit, and if your course is longer than 1 year, you'll need to pay this £5,000 deposit each year of study. Here's a recap of the instalment plan dates and percentages shown on the slide here. Please be aware of any delays with Form A payments through the Central Bank of Nigeria, as this will have a knock-on impact on your studies, so do make sure that you give additional time for any payments if you believe there might be some delays. It's also important to remember to make sure that you have access to your Form A trading portal before travelling to the UK to avoid any delays. If you do decide to pay more than the initial £5,000 deposit, then we will adjust your payment plan once you've completed your online enrolment. However, it's important to note that this will not show on online enrolment at this stage. It can only be completed once you have gone through and completed your online enrolment. Invoices will then be issued to your Manchester Met email address, but please be aware that any deductions to your fees, including scholarships or any deposits or payments that you've made towards your fees, will not be shown on the invoice, but it will still be applied. If you'd like a statement of the account, you can also request this from us directly. We will provide our contact details later on in the presentation. Finally, we would always encourage you to pay more than your instalment amount if you're able to do so. When you enroll, you will get a Flywire account where you can simply log in and amend the value that you are paying. So if you want to pay more, you can do this at any time. This also helps to avoid delays in the Form A process and any sanctions being applied to university accounts as a result of late payments. You can do this once you have successfully enrolled online. Manchester Met offers a range of scholarships for international students for the 2026-27 academic year. Undergraduate students can receive £2,000 per year of study, whilst postgraduate students can receive £3,000 in their first year. We also offer a £5,000 postgraduate business school scholarship. Some scholarships are awarded automatically. This includes our general tuition fee scholarships, which eligible offer holders receive without needing a separate application. For our merit-based scholarships, a separate application is required and deadlines do apply. We also offer the University Vice-Chancellor's International Regional Scholarship, which provides a 50% tuition fee discount in the first year of study. In addition, international students may be eligible for faculty-specific or course-specific scholarships, sports scholarships for exceptional athletes, and alumni discounts. There may, however, be some courses which are not eligible for a scholarship, so please consult this with admissions prior to enrolling. For the most up-to-date information, full terms and conditions, and to explore all scholarship options, please scan the QR code on the slide or visit the university's website. I appreciate that this has been a lot of information, and thank you again for listening. But I'm now going to talk about an important issue that it can impact any of us, and that's fraud. It's crucial that we all understand how these scams operate and how easily someone can fall victim to them. In our team, we actively engage with our students to raise awareness about this topic. For instance, the university's Be Fraud Aware pages provide valuable insights into recent scams. A quick search for MMU fraud on any search engine and the QR code shown on the screen here will lead you to important information on our website that can help protect you and others against fraud. One alarming case that we recently had is a phishing attack that falsely requested students to pay £850 and provided fake bank details to them. Remember, Manchester Met will only ever ask for payments through Flywire. We don't offer any bank details to any students. The email in question contained an address that ends with @mmmu.ac.uk, which is not one of our official addresses. And as you know, Manchester Met is spelt with 2 M's and not 3. But unfortunately, some students were misled by this scam, and they're now working to recover their funds from their banks. Please remain vigilant when it comes to emails or calls from external contacts. And if you receive a message and you want to confirm its authenticity and double check, don't hesitate to call our team or visit us for the verification. The collections team is your primary finance support as you begin your journey at Manchester Met, and we're here to assist you every step of the way. You can find our key contact information displayed on the top of the slide here. Please feel free to take a screenshot for the information if you like. When trying to gain access to the Cavendish building, which is our office, please ensure that you have your student ID card with you, as this office requires swipe access. If you don't have your student ID, don't worry. There is an intercom button available that you can press and it will connect you directly to the office where a team member will assist you in gaining entry. I'm now going to play you a video demonstrating how to pay for your deposit through our Flywire Pay Online system. I'll play the video now, and if you're still unsure about any of the processes, just use this information to contact us at any time.
Hi everyone, I'm here to walk you through an important step during your online enrolment, paying for your university fees. Alright, let's dive in. During enrolment, once you reach the Finance Details page, you will find the Payment Methods section. Under the Self-Paying Student section, please tick Make a One-Off Payment or Set Up a Payment Plan. Once the option is ticked, a new section will pop up. Please click on the Start Your Payment button. This will take you to our payment partner, Flywire, where you can choose to pay in full or set up a payment plan. Now, here's what to do if you're choosing to pay in full. Select Pay Your Balance in Full and click Continue. From there, you'll need to choose your preferred method of payment, enter your payment details and hit Next. Then you'll type in your card details, confirm the amount and click Next. You will then be presented with your payment receipt. After that's done, make sure you return to the payment method page to complete your enrolment. If you're setting a payment plan instead, here's what you'll need to do. First, click on Select Plan, then tick International Payment. After that, press Continue. You will then be asked to review and confirm the details. You will also see your instalment schedule at this point. Then tick boxes that say I've read and agreed to the payment plan terms and conditions, and that you agreed to log in and manually complete your international payment prior to each payment date. Then press on Activate. You will then receive your activation receipt. And remember, once you're done, head back to the payment method page to finalise your enrolment. Remember, you'll only be able to log into the Flywire system using the format which is your first name and your surname. If you can't find the email, don't hesitate to contact the Collections and Recovery team. Once you've logged into your payment plan, you'll be able to change or manage your personal information, update the card you provided during enrolment, and make additional payments or pay early. You'll be sent an email by Flywire to add in a payment method 10 days before the first international instalment payment date, which can be found on our Paying Your Fees webpage. When you follow the link in that email, log in and you'll first need to add your contact details. After that, you can go on to Manage Autopay and add a payment card or you can click on Make a Payment and Pay Early. Please remember to select International Payment Method to pay in your own currency. You can choose to pay on a daily, weekly or monthly schedule as long as each instalment is met by the due dates. Just follow each of these steps and you'll be all set. If you need any support, we're always here to help you. Thanks for watching and best of luck with your studies.
So once you've paid your deposit and completed your online enrolment, you'll be able to pay the remainder of your fees through our Flywire payment plan, which we will have set up for you through online enrolment. Here we have an example of the Flywire payment plan home screen. So this is what you'll see. You'll be able to see your outstanding balance, how much you've paid. You can also make a payment via the Make a Payment button, which we've highlighted on the screen here in yellow. As mentioned before, you will be able to make a payment at any time. That's daily, weekly or monthly, as long as you complete the payment by the payment date shown earlier on in the presentation. We've put together some frequently asked questions to cover any questions that you might have. I'll go through them with you now, but if there's anything else on your mind, please feel free to contact us using the contact information provided earlier at any time. So the first question is, how quickly will sanctions take place after the payment date has been missed? We require payments to be made on time, but there is a grace period after the payment due date before we begin our collections process, which will include a Moodle warning. So you will always receive a warning before any sanctions take place. We can't provide a time scale, but you will be given ample time before. And this may escalate to withdrawal from university after a series of warnings after that. If you think you can't pay by the payment dates, what we always suggest is come speak to us prior to any payment dates and we'll discuss the processes with you. And the next question is, what happens if I get a Moodle block? So if you get a Moodle block, you will not be able to access your timetable, submit work, or use your ID to register into your classes until the restriction is reinstated, and that will be only after payment is received by you. What if I don't want to use Flywire to pay for my fees? There should be no reason not to use Flywire. It provides a competitive exchange rate. You can pay in your local currency through multiple payment choices, and you can track your payment through the process. And Flywire also offer the 24/7 multilingual support service, including the online chat. So we don't offer bank details, and Flywire is the only way that you can make the payment. If you have any issues with that, again, come speak to us. And the last question is, do you deal with any other aspects of student financial issues other than tuition fees? And the answer is yes. We handle accommodation fees as well. We also handle sponsorship debt, apprenticeship debt, as well as any other loan payment debts. For anything in relation to student financial support, so things like bursaries or student financial support loans provided by the university, you'll need to contact the student financial support team directly. The number is provided on the screen here, so it's 0161 247 1045, and you'll need to press option 3. Thank you again for listening to All Things Fees and Finance, and we look forward to welcoming you to Manchester Met next year.
We'll now take a look through the support that is available to you both before you start your course and once you've enrolled. So before you arrive, there's a huge range of support available to you as an international student joining us at Manchester Met. Our international office team and our regional offices are here to help you with any queries that you might have. So we have members of staff based in Lagos who travel regularly around Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. So we're always out and about, so you can always come and see us if you have any questions. We also offer a number of regular webinars as well on a whole range of topics, from applying for your visa to sorting out accommodation to scholarships. And don't worry if you can't attend those live, you can always watch the recordings back once they've been aired. We also have a range of support available for students looking to find accommodation in Manchester, be that on campus or one of our off-campus private providers as well. We do a number of Instagram takeovers, you can hear from current students, and as we get closer to the start of your course, you can also attend a pre-departure briefing to help you really prepare for coming to Manchester. So all the things you need to remember to pack, to bring with you, what to expect in your first few weeks. And we also offer a number of online drop-in sessions for that one-to-one support if you'd like to ask any specific questions. Don't forget that we also offer support via a network of trusted education agents as well, and they can offer you additional support in your home country. So you can scan the QR code here to find out about applying through one of our education agents. In terms of arranging accommodation, it's really important that you do so before you travel to the UK. We don't want you to arrive with nowhere to stay, so please do arrange your accommodation before you fly to Manchester. If you're a first-year undergraduate student, accommodation is guaranteed for you on campus as long as you book by the deadline. For postgraduate students, we have on-campus options available. However, they are limited, but we do work with a number of private halls available within a short walking distance of the campus. For private accommodation options, we do recommend using Manchester Student Homes. This is a university-run housing service for students, and so you can guarantee that you're getting university-approved accommodation, which is nice and close to campus. So once you have arrived and enrolled on your course, your one-stop shop for any help or support that you might need is the Student Hub. And this is where you'll come for any question, any concern. Our team of staff will point you in the right direction for any help that we can provide. So you can do so in person at the business school, or we also have online support available via our digital Student Hub. So we have support available for you across a huge range of areas across student life, such as academic support, study skills, coaching for academic English. Maybe you want to find out about internship or part-time work availability, wellbeing and mental health support, disability, finance, immigration. There's a huge range of support available to you. So this is where you come once you've enrolled for any question or concern, and our team will be happy to help. And whilst you're still an offer holder, you can also join our UniBuddy community. And this is a really good way to get to know other students who are joining us to start the course before they arrive on campus as well. So it's a really good way to get to know people. And you can join a number of groups as well. So depending on what you're particularly interested in, you can join the academic groups and meet people who are going to be on your course. Or you can join groups to find out a bit more about Manchester and what student life is like, or accommodation, or maybe asking a student ambassador. So there's a huge range of support available to you via the UniBuddy community. For those joining us in January, the UniBuddy community is now live, and all offer holders, we're going to receive an email invite. If you've not received yours, do contact us at international@mmu.ac.uk, and we'll be happy to get that sorted out for you. For those of you joining in September, the community will launch in April. But don't forget, you can always chat to one of our student ambassadors as well. It's always really nice to talk to current students and find out what it's actually like to study at Manchester Met directly from people who are doing so at the moment. You can also read some of our student blogs to really help you get an insight into what life is going to be like when you come and study in Manchester and everything the city has to offer. And also you can start making connections with our students on campus as well. So if you do have any questions, you can also contact the International Office directly, and that's at international@mmu.ac.uk. Or you can also contact our in-country team, and that is africa@mmu.ac.uk. Don't forget to scan the QR code here, where you can visit all and see all of our online events calendar, and also register for a webinar or maybe book in a drop-in session for one-to-one advice. You can also follow us on social media. Thank you.